I gently pull at the skin on my hand. In an instant, a hole opens up. I hook my finger. Veins and meridians come out like strands of yarn. I sit on the couch. The next second, the couch begins to swallow me. That's when I realize this house really eats people. 3 days ago, I was just a young woman who had just moved in. Under the previous old lady's hopeful gaze, I signed a cheap lease. She grabbed her bags and ran right away. I felt puzzled, but with my own little place. I still unpacked the room, full of hope. Strange things started happening fast. The freshly painted white walls turned black in a blink. Fresh fruit rotted instantly. Even the lace I threw away would reappear on its own. No matter how I tidied, the house always returned to the same state. Worse, I slept and woke up 30 years older. I immediately went to the manager to cancel my lease, but he told me I couldn't leave until they found the next tenant. He pulled out the contract and said it was written clearly. I refused to accept that. I went to a doctor for a certificate to prove the apartment's formaldehyde levels were causing my aging, but the doctor didn't believe me. And he even suggested I get a facelift at a cosmetic clinic. I pulled out my passport to prove I was only 18, but when I opened it, the passport was covered in lace. Nothing was legible. Help got me nowhere. I had no choice but to stay at a hotel. But the next day when I woke, I had turned into an 80-year-old. I coughed, and a tooth fell out. I trembled in shock. I ran back to the manager, and he acted like it was nothing. He said, "The farther you run, the faster you age. Wait until the next tenant comes, and it'll be fine." I fell into despair. I decided to set the house on fire. Suddenly, a thread grew from my mouth. Fortunately, he rushed over and pulled it out from my throat. Apparently, this house had its own mind. Crossing it was asking for death. The manager couldn't bear to see me waste away, so he urged me to find a new tenant fast. I found my ex, but he couldn't recognize me at all. He already had someone new by his side. They thought they'd gotten a bargain. And without hesitation, they signed the lease.